Yo, what's going on, peeps? You already know the vibes. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you share. And if you haven't seen my video from earlier, the review for the Spain and Italy game, go and watch that. Now we're doing the review for the England and Denmark game. Obviously, if you don't know by now, you must be living under a rock. Especially if here in the UK, it's everywhere. But England 2, Denmark 1. Now, I don't care if you don't like football or not, because there are people that don't like football. They exist. Each to their own. I'm not here to judge because some people like boxing. I don't like boxing, so I'm not here to judge. But if you don't like football, but you know England are in the final, I think even the people that don't like football got a little bit of excitement that, you know what, this could be the time. It all lining up to make it perfect, the perfect finish for England, and probably a start for them winning tournaments. Because let's be real, on paper, England have one of the better squads in this whole Euros. On paper, I think it's better than the Portugal team on paper. I don't care if they've got Ronaldo. I think that England team is better. France, probably somewhat the same, or maybe France probably just pip it, but they got knocked out. German team, for me, there are ballers in there, but what it is, I think England's got a better team on paper. It's just that the German team just know usually how to win and just have that mentality, which it didn't show against England when they were beaten 2-0. But I believe, I believe it could come home. It could come home. The only thing is, people are getting way too excited. And I get it, they've never been to a final in the majors for 55 years. So of course you're going to be excited. Come on. So anyone saying otherwise, come on, you're an idiot. If you support a football team that's not been to a final in 55 years and you finally make one, of course you're going to be fucking excited. And even those teams in the lower league that never see a Premier League team in the FA Cup and they finally play one and beat them, of course they're going to be excited. If they get knocked out the next leg, they don't care. They're just beating a big team. So that's what it is for me. Similar. 55 years, and it was at Wembley as well. And I think they beat Portugal 2-1 in the semi-finals, and they went on to beat Germany. Obviously, they didn't beat Portugal this time, and they ain't playing in Germany. But same thing applied. They went to the final, and it's at Wembley again. Obviously, this is the new Wembley, not the old Wembley. A lot of you are probably too young to know what the old Wembley looks like, but do your Googles. It was a lovely stadium. This one obviously is brilliant as well, but that one there, Steph, was probably definitely the atmosphere and the way it looked. It was definitely a landmark. People are definitely coming to see Wembley, football or not, but I digress. England 2, Denmark 1. Now, I did say that this would be a harder game for England, and it definitely turned out to be that way for them. They didn't make it easy for themselves, but then at the same time, let's not take nothing away from Denmark. Denmark definitely gave it the wall. Like I said, they would. They wouldn't be like Ukraine. People saying, oh, well, Denmark, we're going to go and steamroll them 3-0, 4-0. I said, nah. Denmark are a lot better defensively, first of all, than Ukraine. And the Christian Eriksen thing and everything else, that's going to be their motivation. And I don't think you're going to go there and just turn them over. And they didn't. They battled, and in fact, Denmark took the lead 1-0, free kick. Now, some will say Pickford should have saved it. Some are saying he had no chance. I'm saying poor goalkeeping. For me, he's got to save that, because you see he does get a hand to it, but because his movement wasn't quick enough, he took too long to get across. It wasn't enough, and it just went through him. And to be fair, it's the first goal England conceded in the whole tournament, and he made a lot of errors that game as the game went on. But he's been pretty good in this tournament, so I'm not going to knock him. I would still play him in the final, but that game, I think the nerves were starting to come in. It was 1-1, and in extra time he was getting a little flapping, just lashing at kicks, and usually his distribution's a lot better, but towards the latter stages it just looked nervy and just tired. But we need to remember, England haven't been to they haven't been extra time in this whole tournament or anything, so I guess they're just a little laggy. But 1-0, as I said, good free kick. I'm not going to take nothing away from it. He did hit it well, but Pickford definitely should have done better. And other end, Saka gets through. Nice pass from Kane, puts him in. He squares it. Everyone thought Raheem put it away, but it was an own goal. But to be fair, if he didn't get in the way, then Sterling would have put it in anyway. So either way, it was goal bound. And then went in the break 1-1. And it was pretty balanced, and I think probably on the run of play, I guess it was fair. I'd say probably Denmark probably looked a little more threatening in the first half, but I'll say it's probably fair. They went in that 1-1. Second half comes, Sterling has a brilliant chance pretty much straight away. Good few minutes in, straight away, bam, nice play, and he hits it right at Schmeichel. Brilliant ball from, who was it that squared it? Was it Kane? Someone squared it. I think it was Kane, I can't remember, but they squared it, put on the plate, and he just blasted it right at Schmeichel. And it looked like, oh god, it's gonna be one of those days. Ain't nothing gonna go for England today. But towards the latter stages of the second half of extra time, Sterling gets in the box, goes down, ref says penalty. Now obviously VAR does get involved, but they don't overturn it unless it's a clear and obvious mistake from the ref. And to be fair to the ref, the angle he's at, it did look like there was contact. So that is why they didn't overturn it and the penalty stood. But if you go back and watch it, there's next to no contact on Sterling, if we're being honest. Maybe a slight little push on him, but is it enough to make him go down? I don't know. I would say he'd be a little bit stronger than that. But again, if there's contact, we know what players are like now. They feel any contact, they're going down, and that's what they've been told from their managers and whatever else. So that's why you just got to be careful in the box when you go into tackle. You have to make sure you're winning that ball, or you just let that player go and just hope he doesn't score. Because if you make one mistake, one little bit of contact, he's going down, and you risk giving away a penalty and losing the game. And unfortunately for Denmark, that's what happened. Brought him down, he felt the contact, dropped to the floor like someone threw a brick at him, and he was knocked out. But we knew he was going to step up if it stood, and it stood. Harry Kane stood up, ball on the spot, signature run up, and his initial penalty was saved by Schmeichel. It wasn't a great penalty, it was like Morata's, it was not great, and he was there. Luckily it fell kindly for him to tap in the rebound and made it 2-1. But if Harry Kane's the best penalty taker in the team and he's doing penalties like that, I'm like, oh god, it's not looking great, is it? Now I've seen Harry Kane take loads and loads of penalties for Tottenham, England. He did take a horrible one for Tottenham before against Liverpool as well. It wasn't a great one, not as bad as that one, but it was probably the worst penalty I've seen him take. There's one for England I think he took that went over the bar, but I think this was worse than that, because it wasn't in the corner. It was just like the keeper could have just fell sideways and saved it. It wasn't great, but he don't care. He got the rebound. England go to Wembley. They face Italy, and for me, that Italy team's not great, and England have a good chance of winning. Now, I'm not going to be biased, as you see from my channel name, that I'm a biased fan. That is I'm a Tottenham fan, but you know me, I give Tottenham stick. And if you see my videos, go and watch my videos from last season. There's a lot of me being honest and a lot of me saying that ain't good enough. Even when we've won, and definitely when we've lost, I said not good enough. You're not gonna hear me just be positive all the time and say, yes, well done boys, you went out there, you got spanked, but you showed some heart. No. So for me, England, this is now or never for them. I think if they don't win it now, they're gonna find it very hard later to win any tournament. That's my personal opinion. But Italy, even though they don't look great, they do have the players like Bonucci and Chiellini. They have a lot of players and experience in there, winning stuff that can help them obviously go on to bring it home to Rome. But England just have to go in there focused, on job, and ignore their fuckery, because we know what they're going to do. They're going to roll around. Any touch, they're going to fall over, act like they've broken their leg or Achilles, and they're going to go to the ref and start doing all this, saying yellow card, yellow card. We already know what they do. We already know how they're giving it up over there. So England, if they go there and play that they've been playing pretty much through this tournament, and a lot more clinical in the final third, and a little more decisive and not so much backwards and sideways once they get to the byline, then I believe they have every chance of winning and bringing it home. And believe me, if England win the Euros, it will be a public holiday. And if you're working on the Monday, because it is this Sunday, the final, 8 o'clock, then expect a lot of people not to be in work on Monday. Whether it be your colleagues or customers, whatever it may be, expect to have a quiet day on that Monday, because people is going to be absolute scenes. We put it like that. And if you're fortunate enough to get a ticket and they win, listen, enjoy it. Do it responsibly, of course. Don't be a dickhead and start wanting to fight and smash shit up or whatever else. But just enjoy it the right way, because you deserve it. 50 odd years not getting to a final, and to finally win it against Italy as well. A team of that stature, then it's definitely something to be celebrated. So let's see if the boys can bring it home. Fingers crossed, hopefully they do. But it's not going to be easy. It's not won yet, even though that's like it is. They're going to have to turn up, absolutely for sure. Make no mistake. But that's the vid. Obviously, I'll be dropping the review after the game. So either going to drop on a Monday or maybe not the Sunday, because it's going to be late, especially if it goes to extra time. So definitely land on Monday, so look out for that. But yeah, big yourselves up. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share, make sure you comment. And of course, make sure you're washing your hands, make sure you're sanitizing, make sure you're keeping your distance. And of course, make sure you're wearing your damn mask. And of course, enjoy the rest of your day. And until the next vid, I'm out of there. Big yourselves up. Obviously, I won't be posting until Sunday, Monday. So enjoy your weekend, whatever you're doing, whether it's working or you're off. Do what you do. I'm sure you lot worked hard and deserve a little break. So enjoy it before we have to go back to work on a Monday. But you already know the vibes. And until then, I'm out of here. Enjoy, peeps. I'm out.